Hello students, today we are going to discuss about the poem On Killing a Tree. This is our 9th class poem and the name of the book is Beehive, and the poet of this poem is Giv Patel. So Giv Patel, he was born on 18th August 1940 and he is an Indian poet, playwright, painter as well as a practicing physician, doctor based in Mumbai. And Patel belongs to a group of writers who have subscribed themselves to the green movement, which is involved in as effort to protect the environment. So his poem speaks of deep concern of nature and exposes man's cruelty to it. So let's see about this poem. So introduction. In On Killing a Tree, Giv Patel gives us a graphic picture of man's killing of the tree. He says that hacking a tree with a knife or an axe will not harm it. The bleeding bark will heal and the tree will grow again to its former size. To be killed, a tree must be uprooted completely. The poet hints at rampant deforestation and through the very visual representation of the murder of a tree wishes to communicate to the readers the dangers of deforestation. The poet considers the tree as a living organism which has the right to live like any other creatures on earth. But man is killing trees with utmost cruelty and collapseness. The tree represents nature, and the poem also suggests that nature is indestructible. The tree could also be a symbol of mankind. Despite wars and other destructive activities, humankind will not easily come to the end. So let's see about the stanzas of this poem. So first stanza is that it takes much time to kill a tree. Not a simple jab of the knife will do it. It has grown slowly consuming the earth, rising out of it, feeding upon its crust, absorbing years of sunlight, air, water, and out of its leprous hide sprouting leaves. So students, here are some glossary words, like first one, that is jab. Jab means a sudden strike. Crust. Crust means outer layer of the earth. Leprous. Leprous is infected with leprosy. It is a infected, you can say that infected area of someone. Next one is sprouting. Sprouting means germinating. Okay, so the first, just see the first part, 2 or 3 lines. The first one, that is it takes much time to kill a tree, not a simple jab of the knife will do it. So here poets wants to tell us that it takes much time to kill a tree. A simple strike of knife won't kill it, will do it. It has grown slowly consuming the earth, rising out of it, feeding upon its crust and absorbing years of sunlight, air and water. So the tree has grown slowly, consuming the earth means earth's nutrients. It feeds upon the earth crust and sprouts out its leprous hide. Hide which looks ad if struck with leprosy. Leprosy is like a skin disease, you can say that. So the descriptions given by the poet indicate the tree as a parasite which keeps consuming the earth, and it feeds upon the earth's crust by eating up all its nutrients, thereby destroying its fertility. Beside, a tree gets nourishment from air, water and sunlight, and out of its leprous hide sprouting leaves, and this process goes on for years, and leaves keep coming and sprouting out of its leprous skin. Thus the tree here is a symbolic of bigger evil from which smaller evil keep coming or sprouting out. Okay students, let's see the second stanza. So hack and chop, but this alone won't do it. Not so much pain will do it, the bleeding bark will heal. And from close to the ground will rise cruel green twigs. Miniature bow, which is unchecked, will expand again to the former size. So here in this paragraph, poet says that simple or single strike of knife cannot kill a tree. Hack means to cut with a heavy spade, or second glossary word, that is heal means recover. Third is cruel, that is twisted. Curled, that is twisted. Next one is twigs, that is small branches, and the last one, that is miniature means small. So hack and chop, but this alone won't do it. So now the poet says that a simple strike or a knife cannot kill a tree. So it should be cut in a rough and violent way. So it means here that should be hacked and chopped into small pieces. But even the chopping alone won't kill the tree, so it won't give much pain to it. The bleeding bark of the tree will heal, and the curled green twigs will sprout again from near the ground where the tree has been cut. And if these small twigs are left unchecked, so they will grow again into the size of former bough. So in these lines, the tree is again presented as a symbol of bigger evil. We cannot get rid of the bigger evils by simple and small blows, as they will grow again and assume their former size and the size that appearance bigger. Let's see about the third stanza, that is no. The root is to be pulled out of the anchoring earth. It is to be roped, tied and pulled out, snapped out or pulled out entirely out from the earth cave, and the strength of the tree exposed. The source white and wet, the most sensitive hidden for years inside the earth. So some glossary words, that is anchoring earth. Anchoring earth means the earth that gives support to the tree. Snapped out means chopped away. Exposed means to take out in the open. So the poet says that tree must be pulled out of the anchoring earth. Means trees are held securely and tightly with the help of roots in the earth. So if we want to kill the tree, we need to kill it very source from its originates, means that is roots. So if you want to kill a tree, so it means that you have to take it out from the roots only. And for this particular purpose, we need to tie a tree with a strong rope and then pull it out of the earth cave by using our full strength and then chop it entirely. So here again, continuing with its symbolic techniques, the poet says that in order to get rid of the deep rooted evil, we must know its source, expose it and kill it entirely with our full strength. So out from the earth cave and the strength of the tree exposed. So it means here the poet says that the real strength of the tree, that is root only, and the strength of the tree exposed, the source white and wet. So the source, that is white and wet root, is the most sensitive part of a tree. It is the part of the tree which has remained hidden for years inside the earth. If we want to kill a tree, so this part of it has to be brought it open by pulling it out with the full strength. Here presenting the tree as a deep rooted evil here. And the poet makes it clear that no one can end an evil completely until its roots is found, exposed and duly deforested. So let's see about the last paragraph, that is then the matter or scorching and choking, the sun and air, browning, hardening, twisting, withering, and then it is done. Scorching means discoloring by the sun. Choking means unable to breathe. Twisting that is getting bent, and withering, that is fading. So the poet says that the pival part, means then the matter of the scorching and choking man, means the part, the root should be left in the sun and the air after it has been pulled out from the earth cave. The root should be left in the open to scorch and chalk. It should be left there till it grows, hardens, twists, and withers away. Only after letting it go through all this, the tree can be considered and said to be really killed. So, likewise, we can say that if we want to bring an evil to its very end, so we need to find out a very source to be rooted it out. We need to drain away all the life and strength from it. So we must not let it linger in the society. We must not do it evil any other chance of survival. So that is the story about the poem and all the stanzas also. So let's revise. Let's see the question answer of this chapter. Can a simple jab of the knife kill a tree? Why not? Can a simple jab of tree means of a knife can kill a tree? No. A simple jab of the knife cannot kill a tree. A tree grows under a hard process of many years, so it can't be killed so easily. Question number 2. How has the tree grown to its full size? So the tree has grown to its full size by consuming the earth, and it has absorbed sunlight, air and water for years. So during this process, it has gained its full size. Question number 3. What is the meaning of bleeding bark and what makes it bleed? So when someone snap a part of a tree, or you can say the tree's trunk, so a sap start oozing from the part. So this is called the bleeding bark. So the bark bleeds when the tree is hacked or chopped. Question number 4. What is the meaning of anchoring earth and the earth cave? So the earth gives support to the stem of a tree, so it is called the anchoring earth. And the earth gives shelter to the roots under its surface, so it is called the earth cave. Question number 5. What finally kills the tree? So a tree can't be killed by hacking or chopping. To kill it permanently, it should be uprooted, and it should then be it should be left to the in the sun only. So in this way, a tree is killed finally. So I hope, student, that you have got the idea about this poem. Best of luck.